Hello everyone, and welcome to a Minecraft series that I will be doing, where I'm just going to be chilling out with you guys and building. Maybe I'll read your comments once I get more popular and actually get comments. But yeah, so what I'm thinking of doing is once you guys do start commenting, I'm going to read your comments and you can ask me things to build. I'll probably build them. I'm new to building. I've only started getting kind of good at building. This is a house I built for my mom's friend Daryl by his request. He has the two beds over here. It's a pool table with the pool cues over here. Nice fireplace. Some logs. Yeah. Maybe when I get more popular, I'll read you guys' comments when I play. He's got a smithing pool over here to cool down his weapons, smithing anvil, weapons. He's got, basic crafting stuff, a jacuzzi per his request, a nice little armor stand, and yeah. And then we have upstairs, over here, which is his special barbecue that I made, and it works, sort of. Of course, you can't throw food on it because it'll burn, but that's that. And then, a chest with food in it. He asked for a 6-chair table, so I made benches because I couldn't spread them far enough apart, and I gave him a little jack-o'-lantern. And of course, the roof is made of glass, and we're in a snow box because we're in a snow biome. And guess what happens if there's no roof? There's snow. So, sorry if you can hear my computer in the background. It is having trouble running these shaders. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. I had to search something up. And then down here is the house I built for my mom. It's a nice house. We have a path to it. I'm not very good at building dirt gravel paths. But yeah, you go over here, you follow the path. It's kind of hard to distinguish because of all the cobblestone. And in here we have some nice sea lanterns, a very big kitchen with an island on it. These would be the cupboards, her bedroom with a water bottle on it, nice chest and her TV. And then up here, got another chest, some glowstone as a chandelier for eating in the dining room, some flowers up here, more bookshelves and a chest. And then we have the balcony with a jukebox and some sunbathing seats. Yeah. So that's what I've done so far. It's been, I think, one day it took me to build both these. This one I built at 2 a.m. and this one I built early this morning. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna work on something. Let's see what I should work on. I think I'm gonna work on an animal barn. So yeah, let me tell you a story. When I was little, kind of like a Peter Pan situation, I was taken away from my home by this mysterious guy, and he kept telling me we were going somewhere special and that I would love it when I found out what it was. So I went with him, and I bet my mom was very worried when she woke up and saw I wasn't home, but I was having the time of my life. When I got there, it was a candy house. There was so much candy, and every kid loves candy, so obviously I love that. And when we get there, he says, okay, you can have all this candy, but you need to work for me. You gotta do my chores and stuff like that, and you'll get the candy. I was like, that sounds like an awesome idea. So I'm like, sure, I'll do it. I'll work for you. He's like, all right, We're gonna start with putting you in a barn, and you're gonna work with the animals. And I was like, sweet, I love working with animals. This is gonna be awesome. And so I'm in the barn, and I'm just chatting with the horses. At the time, you talk to animals. I still do. Some people don't, but yeah, I was just chatting with the horses, milking the cows, stuff like that. And I realized that one of them's talking to me, and I was like, oh, I must be dreaming or something. This makes sense if I'm dreaming, because how is this cow talking to me? And he looks at me and he goes, "You're not dreaming. This isn't fake. This isn't a simulation." Yeah. And sorry about that. My brother came in. And yeah, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? Oh yeah, one of the animals started talking to me. So I was like, oh, this is cool. I can talk to animals. I'm gonna learn so much stuff. And the first few days was so fun. I was talking to all the animals, having so much fun. Every day I would be excited to do the chores. And the farm man was wondering why I was always so happy to get to work. And he started to get angry because he was like, he thought he wasn't getting a benefit from my work because I was enjoying it, which was really silly. I don't know why he would think that. So he put me on another job, which was mining coal. Mining coal in real life is not as fun as mining coal in Minecraft, because mining coal in real life takes actual work. So I got tired of it very quickly, and eventually I found a tiny little rat when I was mining, and I asked him his name, and it was George the rat. And we spent a lot of time when I was mining talking about stuff, talking about how unfair it was that I had to mine coal when before all I had to do was tend to the animals. He was like, well, at least you have me. And yeah, so we were friends for a while. We chatted, did fun stuff. And then one day I decided, you know what? I'm done working for this guy because this is too much. I don't want to be working in a coal mine. This is like, isn't this like illegal? And yeah, so I decided to go over there and talk to the farmman. And I was like, hey, this isn't cool. I like the candy and all, but I don't want to work in a coal mine. I wanted to tend to the animals like you told me to. And he said, well, it looked like you were having too much fun. And didn't look like I was getting enough of the share, and I was giving you a bunch and not getting anything. And I said, okay, you could have told me that and I would have done more work. I don't want to work in a coal mine. And he says, too bad. You're with me now, so you can't leave anyways. And I was shocked. I was like, what? I was like, okay, I want to go back home now. He said, no, you can't go back home. It's too late. I was scared. I was very scared. I thought I had a choice in this. I thought I would get to go back home. It was scary. And so I had to run away. And I was lost. I had no idea where I was because I was running away. And so I tried to hitchhike, find taxis, and at one point I found a car that was actually willing to pick me up. And in this car was, believe it or not, one and the only guy who took me. So I had to deal with getting in trouble, and then he made me do even more work. He made me not only mine coal, but tend to the garden. He didn't allow me to see any of his animals. He thought this was a good punishment for a boy who didn't want to do mining in a coal mine. And so I thought, how am I going to get out of this one, right? He's got all eyes on me now. I'm never going to escape. This is a problem. And believe it or not, the animals thought it was a problem too. And they wanted to help me escape. So we set up a plan. One night, when the man was putting me to bed, all the animals would storm out of the barn. They didn't tell me how, they just said they would storm out. And, shut up, llama. And, yeah, so I was like, okay, are you sure you want to do this? You might get hurt. They were like, yes, absolutely. I want to get you out of here as fast as possible. And I was like, okay, guess we'll do that. And so, at night, when he was putting me to bed, he heard a large slam. And he looked out and he saw all the animals, the horses, the cows, all of them, they were running out. And he rushed over. He was like, what's going on? How are you getting out? And I was like, okay, now's my chance. So I grabbed my backpack full of my stuff and I ran. And when I got about like 2 kilometers away, I was getting really tired. So I took a nap. I woke up just fine, and there was a wolf. And at first I was terrified. I was like, this wolf is gonna kill me. I don't know what to do. And then I remembered I can talk to animals. And so I started talking to him. And I was like, hey man, please don't hurt me. I just want to get back home. I want to get to my mom. I miss my parents. And he was like, wait, what? What's going on? How can you talk to me? Why aren't you scared? And what are you talking about? And I was like, I was terrified. I was like, there's this guy and he took me, he promised me candy for work, but he's making me do too much work. Can I ride on your back to get back home? He's like, okay, where do you live? And I was like, I live at and yeah. So he ran me over. I don't know how he knew where people lived, but he just did. So that was a benefit. And yeah, that's how I made my best friend Wolf. And I decided to name him John, after my dad. My dad's name is John. And because of that, I'm gonna name one of the horses John. So we got Jeffrey, Fred, George, John. And yeah, so I finally got back home. My mom was so happy. She asked me all about it. I explained everything to her. And turns out she actually knew the guy. Apparently he was an old friend of hers, and he was always very weird, she said. She said he was very sporadic, didn't know what he was doing, and yeah, she was very shocked that he was the one to take me, but oh my, did he get in trouble. She was like, I can't believe you did this to my own son, like how could you do this? And I was like, well, at least I have a mom to protect me, because I was scared. And I'm gonna name him Q, after Q from Impractical Jokers. I just said Impractical. Okay, so that is the horse barn. Yeah. And yeah, so he went to jail, and it was a happy ending. I hope you enjoyed that story. Oh, I almost forgot. We need a pathway to the pathway. Because why wouldn't you have a pathway connecting to the pathway? But yeah, he went to jail, and I actually went to see him. He was like apologizing to me. He was like, "I'm so sorry. I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to keep you. I'm such a bad person." I was like, "Yeah, I know." Like, and he was like, "Wait, but you're not saying it's okay?" I was like, "No, dude, you took me from my mom." He was like, "Okay, I guess that makes sense." What is going on? What did I do? And so I was kind of laughing at him, maybe, possibly, but he deserved it, in my opinion. Don't cancel me, please. Thank you. What did I do here? This goes like that. That goes like that. Okay. Continuing on. Yeah, he was really sorry, and the police were like, "You know what? Since you have been through so much, probably really scared right now, we're gonna let you have his property, because since he's in jail for the rest of his life, there needs to be someone to inherit his property." And guess what was one of the main parts of his property? That's right, the candy. So I ended up getting justice, a happy ending, and candy. Like, that's a sweet deal if you ask me. But yeah, that's just a reminder to you kids that be safe out there, because you can't always escape the bad guy. Sometimes the bad guy can get to you. And you need to remember that not everything is easy, and you gotta keep yourself safe online, because there are some crazy people out there. And yeah, so yes, this whole story was just a thing to advise young children to not expose themselves online. I'm joking, but yeah, that was my story. And yeah, my mom loves me very much. We're very happy now. We laughed a lot about that time. Yeah. I want to thank someone who's inspired me to make these videos. And I don't know if she even likes the reference to them anymore. I'm not sure, because she said she didn't really like doing Minecraft videos anymore, but she inspired me to start building and making Minecraft YouTube videos. So this will be the first of the series. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Also remember to subscribe.